Welcome to everybody who's just now joining. We got plenty of time to hop in here. So guys, right before I went to start the stream, I was starting it. I was like, I don't know why it's not starting, and I was freaking out, right? So we had to pull a quick plan B. I'm telling you right now, a lot of people would have given up. A lot of people would have given up.
Still live? Good?
Yeah, we're live. Hey, there we go. All right, cool. Okay, so we did get a super chat while I was fixing the connection there. Hopefully we'll be good from here on out. Oh, look up there. So they have, I believe that's for families of the celebrities, a lot of them. This might also be for reservations. So. Still remember him? Happy! Still remember him in the first episode of Friends. Yes, Bob Iger. Actually, it is Bob Iger. Wow. I thought you were joking. Folks, that is Bob Iger. They're friends. They're all up there.
Ladies and gentlemen, our presentation will begin in 10 minutes.
That's pretty cool, guys. Yo, chat, what do you think? That's crazy, right? The man in charge. We're Disney. Indeed, we are Disney. Alright guys, so chat's not pulling up the best on my phone, so I'm trying to do the best to read the chat. But I think the stream looks okay, but let me know in chat if the stream looks alright. Apologize if I can't see all good time. This is a good way to spend your day, folks. Thanks for being in the stream. I hope you enjoyed the show starting in just a few minutes. It's a little bit behind schedule, but you do see all of the characters, celebrities up there right now. Public figures. Bob Iger, the president of Walt Disney World. President of Disney, excuse me. Where? Sitting next to him? Wow. Riley, I am streaming shows later. Hopefully, I'm going to try to get into another show. I'm going to try to stream as much as I can at D23. Yep, soon to come, Robert Downey Jr. There's Bob Iger. This is crazy. Yeah, you guys are going to have a great time. Thank you for being here, everybody. I came to support my boy, Spider-Man. I'm here in full support of my guy, Spider-Man. Sorry, man. I felt like if I would have came up to Kevin Pierce, it's just too soon with my Spidey shirt on. That's how it feels, guys. Disney DJ Eddie, thanks for the super chat.
I love you 3000!
I love you 3000!
All right, everybody. So that announcement was the last announcement we will hear until the show starts, and here we go. Enjoy, everybody. Have a great show.
Everything you see exists together in a delicate balance. As king, you need to understand that balance and respect all the creatures. And so we are all connected in the great circle of life.
I used to have nothing. This family.
You can't do this alone.
Six are wines to wonder.
Spider takes whatever a spider does.
Guys, we're going on a road trip. Road trip? Vacation!
Surprise!
You should see your faces.
Patrick Mahomes with Mahomes magic!
I think we do know talent when we see it.
I'm a performer. In case the people want that
Don't we look cool?
We're a well-oiled machine like D2D2.
Look at that!
Oh my gosh!
Okay, is it possible
possible they didn't know where eggs came from before this? Think about it. We're sitting on a gold mine.
It's too dangerous. I have to go alone.
It's not what it seems.
What you big minutes are back.
Don't ruin my morning.
Glorious quest! You're gonna build a car to beat Ferrari. Trust me.
Here's to the good guys.
To infinity and beyond!
You find yourself doing this a lot,
What happens now determines what happens to the rest of the world.
Watch this.
One day, the sun will set on my time here and will rise with you as the new king.
And the Oscar goes to...
You being our queen?
Ladies and gentlemen, the Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the Walt Disney Company, Bob Iger.
Good morning. It is great to be back at D23, and I want to begin by thanking you all for coming, and more importantly, thanking you all for being such great fans of our work. As that video illustrated, a lot, and I mean a lot, has changed in the 2 years since we held this event. But no matter how big we get, no matter how many years pass, no matter how much our company and the world change, we have never lost sight of one thing. It all started with a mouse. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? Over the next 3 days, we're going to be celebrating the Walt Disney Company, paying homage to our incredible legacy, and even more importantly, giving you an exclusive look at our future. Now, I've had the privilege of running this phenomenal company for the last 14 years. Thank you. I call it the ride of a lifetime. One that keeps getting better and better because we keep expanding and finding new ways to create joy and wonder in the world. Now, Steve Jobs was fond of saying, the combination of art and technology made his heart sing, and I feel the same way. You'll see many examples of this as the D23 Expo takes you inside our company, giving you an all-access pass to go behind the scenes and see works in progress, to meet and hear from gifted storytellers, creative visionaries, and remarkable people behind our incredible success. And hopefully to come away awed and inspired, as I am every day. In just a few minutes, we'll recognize 12 new Disney legends who have made their mark on our company. But right now, I'd like to honor, celebrate, and thank the more than 200,000 men and women around the world who make the Walt Disney Company everything it is today. Our fantastic cast members and employees. Our success as a company comes from the greatness of the people who work here. And I know you appreciate them as much as I do, as your applause just indicated. Now, this particular expo is especially meaningful to me. First of all, my wife Willow is here along with our sons.
Yeah.
Always nice to bring your family to work. It's also the first time we'll have the chance to show you the many opportunities 21st Century Fox offered us. You saw some examples in that video. Now, it's still the early days of the combination, but as you look around the expo, you'll get a good sense of how many great brands and franchises will help us continue to raise the bar when it comes to telling great stories and delivering fantastic entertainment. Now, as you may already know, we've already completely reorganized and repositioned the company for the future. Our new direct-to-consumer businesses are focusing on giving people unprecedented access to all of our great storytelling, our vast library of iconic shows and movies, which just got a lot bigger thanks to the Fox acquisition, as well as all recent releases and future films from Disney, Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars. That's not all. There'll also be a rich collection of exclusive original content. Now, over the last few months, I've watched many hours of new content for Disney+, including all episodes of the highly anticipated Star Wars series, The Mandalorian. Everything I've seen so far has been exceptional, but you don't have to take my word for it. You can see for yourselves in the Disney+ presentation this afternoon. Now, when it launches on November 12th, Disney Plus will also offer 661 episodes of The Simpsons. It's all 30 seasons. As well as 600 hours of stunning content from National Geographic. Plus, we're adding plenty of great original Nat Geo content, and you'll get a chance to see some of that this afternoon, too. Of course, our direct-to-consumer businesses also includes ESPN Plus, which is already connecting millions of sports fans to ever-expanding mix of fantastic content, including thousands of live sporting events. And Hulu rounds out our collection of streaming services. Those of you with a Hulu subscription may already know it's a great way to get the very best of television, including current and past seasons of hit shows, as well as movies and high-quality original series. Now, this is an extraordinary time for our company. An era of sweeping and profound change. Really not just for our company, but for the entertainment industry and the world as well. Now, some find the pace of change a bit daunting. Frankly, we find it exhilarating. It inspires us to be more innovative and to raise the bar even higher on the quality and the variety of what we produce. Now, looking at all the opportunities ahead, I can honestly say there has never been a better time to be the Walt Disney Company, or a better time to be a Disney fan. And this expo is our way of saying thank you to the biggest Disney fans in the world. We love your passion, your enthusiasm, and we deeply appreciate your support. And we will continue to do our best to exceed even your highest expectations. In fact, let's start right now with the first of many surprises at D23. So, ladies and gentlemen, here to open our 2019 Disney Legends ceremony, please join me in welcoming the incredible, the incomparable, the legendary Christina Aguilera.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
You told me where to exit, so thank you so much.
You can go this way. Thank you again, Christina. What a great way to start the Disney Legends Ceremony, which is an event celebrating the greatness of the people who define Disney. The extraordinary men and women who have made an indelible mark on our company and have earned their place as an enduring part of our legacy. Over the years, the Disney Legends Ceremony has become one of our company's most meaningful traditions and one of my favorite events at the D23 Expo. It was established in 1987, and the award is the highest honor our company bestows on anyone, reserved for the artists and visionaries throughout our history who have pushed the envelope of creativity, challenged conventional wisdom, and broken the restraints of the status quo in search of new possibilities. Of the hundreds of thousands of talented people who have contributed to the Walt Disney Company over the last whole century, fewer than 300 have become Disney legends. The award is a celebration of talent, a recognition of achievement, and great contributions to our company. But above all, it is a sincere expression of our gratitude. But today, 12 more exceptional people will become Disney legends. They've had a profound impact on music, on movies, on journalism, parks and resorts, and more. But before we officially begin the ceremony, I'd like to introduce Disneyland ambassadors who will help me present the awards today. Everyone say hello to Rafa Barone and Justin Rapp. Gentlemen? Okay, we have an incredible group of honorees today, starting with our first recipient. Every now and then, a phenomenal actor and a fantastic character come together. And as a result, it's more powerful than anyone could ever have imagined. As Iron Man, Robert Downey... Robert Downey Jr. delivered more than an iconic performance. He launched the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. And we're very proud to officially recognize him as a Disney legend.
Been a while since I was in front of you. I figure I'll stick to the cards this time. Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Robert Downey Jr. He's been recognized with a SAG Award, 3 Golden Globes, and 2 Academy Award nominations.
The level of intelligence and thought and creativity and ingenuity that he's brought to film is incalculable.
With numerous film and television appearances throughout his teens and early 20s, Robert's dramatic star-making turn came in 1987's Less Than Zero, where he gave a critically acclaimed performance, which led to roles in several other popular films, including Chaplin and Tropic Thunder, which earned him Oscar nods, and Sherlock Holmes, a role which won him a Golden Globe for Best Actor.
I think Robert was at a point in his life and his career where he was going to break out and do something really big and exciting.
In 2008, Robert made film history with his Marvel Cinematic Universe debut as Tony Stark in Iron Man.
Good luck keeping up.
The film was directed by Jon Favreau, and audiences loved Robert's signature portrayal of the genius industrialist turned superhero.
Yeah, I can fly. I think most of us have been pretty vocal about what he started, and without him, none of us would be in this position.
His performance matched perfectly with Marvel's storytelling style.
Casting Robert Downey Jr., perfect for Tony Stark. He can be funny and he can be witty, and is at all times. He can be self-reflective in an amazing way.
Creating a hero that is equal parts brash and vulnerable.
I love you, 6 pounds, baby.
For more than a decade, decade, Robert's portrayal of Iron Man has thrilled theatergoers, helping to transform the MCU into one of the most successful franchises of all time. Robert appeared in an unprecedented string of blockbuster hits, 10 in total, including Iron Man, Captain America: Civil War, Avengers: Infinity War, and culminating in Avengers: Endgame, the biggest box office success in history.
Take that off. What are you? Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
Through charity work, including many children's hospital visits, random act funding, and his recently announced Footprint Coalition, Robert continues to be a hero off-screen as well, all while his ability to relate complex, multifaceted characters to audiences around the world has secured Robert Downey Jr.'s indelible mark in film history.
I'm just glad that I participated in some small way of making space for all of this amazing new set of talented folks that are coming in and picking up the torch.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tony Stark himself, the one and only Robert Downey Jr.
First of all, I'm a mess after Aguilera came up. That's one of my favorite songs. I was like, how am I supposed to get up here and talk after that? Thank you. This is Love you 3000! 3 of those, one of these. Here's a bit of trivia for you. The very first time I went to Disneyland, I was transported to another place within moments of being arrested. I was brought to a surprisingly friendly processing center. Given a stern warning and returned to, if memory serves, one very disappointed group chaperone. I've been sitting on that shame for a while, and I'm just going to release it here tonight. I would like to make amends to whomever had to detain me for smoking pot in the gondola without a license. And I don't want to further confuse the issue by insinuating that pot-smoking licenses for the gondola are in any way obtainable, or for any of the other park attractions, as far as I know. I mean, that's it, you know, it's appropriate. Maybe the Imagineers, but that's their own business. Anyway, that's a load off. This is beautiful. I had a feeling that today would be special, and I'm delighted to be among such a rich and diverse group of humans. We're all seeking to respect. I'm Iron Man. Thank you. You want to make this a Q&A? We can do that. That's later. This lens of creative expression, I think we all share a really deep and meaningful privilege. Here's my Shakespeare bit. We hold, as were, the mirror up to nature. I must have been very emotional when I wrote this. We could just scroll down to the thank yous. But playing Tony over these many years and that thematic idea that technology can guide our species toward enlightenment or destruction, it's been a really worthwhile, and it's an ongoing meditation. It's been a great gift. So I want to thank the fans who made this all possible, starting back in 2008. And so to Victoria, Kevin, Lou and Bob, both Allens, Horn and Bergman, Joe and Anthony, my constant companion from the very first day of shooting any of them, James Dennis Rich, who's sitting over there, my right-hand man, and the brotherly bond of faith with the exceptional storyteller and my fellow honoree Jon Favreau. I share this. So here's what I get to do. I get to remain a fan of the first inclusive and evolving cinematic universe ever so far. And yeah, here's the future.
As we begin tonight, we have just returned from the White House. Good evening from Joplin, Missouri. World News in China. This is World News reporting live from Memphis, Tennessee.
For over 4 decades, Diane Sawyer has brought us into the heart of the most important events of our time. Her trailblazing career as a journalist has earned her numerous Emmy and Peabody Awards, the Robert F. Kennedy Award for Excellence in Journalism, induction into the Television Hall of Fame, and many other well-deserved honors. She has conducted interviews with almost every major newsmaker of our time. She's fearlessly confronted controversial world leaders.
You are portrayed as a man who is standing alone against history. This is the document that proves it. Have you been testing a neutron initiator?
She's tackled tough issues with U.S. presidents.
Does the capture of Saddam Hussein mean that the troops will come home?
The troops will come home and we've completed the mission.
Is it possible you handed him the election that night?
No.
You're going to win.
Yes.
You want it more than the first time?
Absolutely.
Diane's one-on-one interviews include some of the most watched in primetime television history and human stories of profound impact.
No one has been arrested for what they did to you.
I want to fight with them through my love, not with guns.
Her award-winning documentary series, Hidden America, shines a light on the struggles and hopes of everyday people, celebrating their strength and resilience.
I have responsibility. I have a wife, I have kids, and these are my driving force.
What would you like to say about you here in Dexter, Missouri? I'm just going to tough it out. I've went this far and I'm not going to turn back.
Diane anchored the ABC News flagship World News, receiving both audience and critical acclaim.
Square our shoulders, put your lipstick on, and fight the revolution.
She broke new ground in primetime news magazines and made morning television history, co-anchoring with fellow Disney legend Robin Roberts on Good Morning America.
Do you all have water? What do you need the most right now?
Diane Sawyer's legendary achievements as a journalist have brought the most important people and events of our era into our homes.
Like me, you believe better will come, that the future is not a possibility. It is good to know you were watching tonight.
As you all indicated, Robert Downey Jr. is kind of a tough act to follow, but if anyone can follow Robert Downey Jr., it's Diane. Diane and I have actually worked together since the late 80s. Now, not everybody knows this, but we both started out as weather people. Fortunately for all of us, Diane stayed in front of the camera, and I didn't. Now, defined by intelligence, impeccable integrity, and a prodigious work ethic, her work has always reflected a willingness to challenge the status quo and an unwavering commitment to get the story right. Her credibility and journalistic excellence have made her a valued colleague, and she has been an inspiration to so many people at ABC and ABC News. So please welcome my friend, Disney legend, Diane Sawyer.
Last night, and someone said to me, "You won't believe the energy pouring out of this room, and are they ever right?" Thank you. But I feel you should know I'm really just a kid reporter who still gets up every day and gets to ask questions in the world and travel to far-flung places. Although I'm also the girl who remembers her first Disney experience It's slightly tamer, Robert. A little tamer than yours. I am on Sterling Road in Louisville, Kentucky. My mother's a third-grade teacher. Great. And my dad has returned from World War II, and because of the GI Bill, the Great American GI Bill, got to build a house, and all of our friends got together, and we saw something I will never forget. I'm not kidding. This is 65 more years ago. We saw some tiny little mice who had needles and threads, and they were singing Cinderella, Cinderella, night and day at Cinderella. And my eyes opened, my heart leapt, and I think for the first time, I felt a delight of all that was possible beyond Sterling Road, and I mean that, which brings me to Bob Iger, because I've always felt, Bob, that you are the guardian of that wonder, and you're the guardian of imagination, and in this transactional world in which we all get immersed in our screens and our isolation, you believe that it can arc around the globe still and go all the way from China to Kentucky and unite us as families and as human beings. And when I first met you, I was stunned by the level of detail and enthusiasm. And the day before yesterday, Bob told me about something new that's coming. I will not mention it, but it's so great. And to hear you talk about the camera angle that made the feeling possible, that made the entire astonishment of it exist, reminded me that 30 years has not changed that flame you carry for all of us in our dreams. Not to mention the support you've given ABC News, and always reminding us to head for the horizons, raise our sights. And I too am so grateful to be in this class of 2019 with Robin Roberts. Life-giving, amazing Robin Roberts. I don't know, you don't remember the first time I fell in love with you completely, but we were on TV. I was introducing you, I mangled your name. I mangled ESPN, I mangled why you were there. And the camera went to you and you went, or whatever. It was forever. And again, to the rest of you, I'm in awe. I also just want to say, Bob, I stole all the soap from the Disney Hotel last night. I hope that's okay. I feel it's ungrateful, given everything you've done for me, but I also took the shampoo, I took the little dental kit, and because my wonderful team that is here gave me so many balloons in the middle of the night, I was staggering around and I knocked the chocolate Chewbacca off the top of the desk, and I was trying to scrape it back together and remold it in my room to be worthy of this. I am so pleased to be here. I am so proud to be here. Thank you for the horizons. And thank all of you in the words of those little mice. I think they're standing in a balcony at the last scene. May your dreams come true.
Jon Favreau has taken audiences on unforgettable adventures, whether deep in the jungle or out to the farthest reaches of the galaxy. Great storytelling is the common thread of his craft.
Anybody can sit down in their seat and watch and enjoy.
Jon's work with Disney began as a voice actor for animated television.
Jealousy, please, I have a name, let's use it.
But he rocketed onto screens with Marvel Studios' Iron Man in 2008 as both its first director and one of its stars.
I got him!
His vision helped set the pace and tone for 23 blockbuster films to follow.
Take a look. It's pretty impressive, huh?
His role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe carried on, not only as a director and actor, but also as executive producer on Marvel Studios films, including the box office smash hits Avengers: Infinity War and Avengers: Endgame.
you'll see it's true. Someone like me couldn't learn to be like someone like you.
That's the real magic.
His stunning take on the Jungle Book was an innovative retelling for a new generation through a new type of animation. And his visually dazzling journey back to Pride Rock with a retelling of The Lion King has reconnected audiences with this classic Disney tale.
It was a huge toolbox because I got to do stuff that would be indulgent on a live action shoot.
Once again, shattering the mold for how stories can be told.
You have a good story you're all telling together, the good things happen.
John and I actually have something in common. We both grew up near the site of the 1964-1965 World's Fair, where Walt Disney first introduced 3 exhibitions, including It's a Small World. Among the many things that I've learned from studying Walt over the years is the power of technology in the hands of a great storyteller. Walt was a master at using it, and so is John. As evidenced by his work in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as you just saw, in the Jungle Book, in the stunning live-action version of The Lion King, and in the upcoming series, The Mandalorian, on Disney+. Well, it is my pleasure to present this award to a true visionary and a great storyteller, Jon Favreau.
To my family, my Disney family, my Marvel family, my Star Wars family, the family of fans out there who is, and you're the reason I'm here. So thank you for creating a dialogue through storytelling and sharing our childhood memories and moving those memories into the future and creating new memories for each next generation. I like what Bob was saying, and I think instead of talking about me, let's take this opportunity to talk about Walt Disney, because that's why we're all here. It's interesting that it's very flattering about technology because, as Arthur C. Clarke said, a sufficient enough technology is indistinguishable from magic, and Walt Disney was the master of bringing the old myths and the magic of technology together to create indelible memories and create a culture that we all grew up in, that passed a set of values from one generation to the next. And I love the statue too, because it represents the scroll at the bottom. I think represents ideas and inspiration. The hand represents the craft, and of course the star is the magic that comes from that. I also love it because it's from The Sorcerer's Apprentice from Fantasia, one of my favorite movies. By the way, Mickey Mouse was rebooted for that in the 40s. It was the first time he appeared with pupils, and Twitter went berserk. But his legacy endured. And I actually love the message in that particular film because it is a true inspiration. The Sorcerer's Apprentice came from the Goethe poem from the 1700s, and that was reflective of the myth of the Golem of Prague with the water buckets. So these are stories, and Walt always tapped into stories that went back all the way into human history. And this one is a wonderful story because, as you all know, as we, all of us people who are being presented with awards, are on our journey from mouse to magician, as is encapsulated in this fable, we realize that in the beginning, you're very confused by the magic, by the technology. When Mickey puts on that hat, it gets away from him. But then that wonderful wise wizard saves him from the mops. And that wizard's name was, who knows what the name of the wizard was?
Jensen!
Jensen! It's Disney spelled backwards.
and the artist drew inspiration from his face, specifically his eyebrow, which was, when they were being admonished, that eyebrow, legend has it, his eyebrow would lift up as he would look at you. But then he cast his spell, parted the seas, and made everything safe, and then took the apprentice back under his wing to become the wizard for the next generation. And so as I'm on my path now, from mouse to wizard, I thank Disney and all of you for the opportunity to tell these stories, to explore technology, and help bring magic to the next generation. Thank you.
More than 160 film scores to date, Hans Zimmer is among the most prolific and celebrated composers of our time. His boundless musical exploration and creativity transports us from the plains of Africa to the high seas and many places beyond. He's received countless nominations and been honored with an Oscar, 2 Golden Globes, and 4 Grammys, just to name a few. Hans's pioneering sensibility in film scoring combines electronic music with traditional orchestral performances to expand the storytelling power of his compositions. His long-standing collaboration with the Walt Disney Company started with the live-action films White Fang and Cool Runnings.
You try to set a tone, you try to find colors that complement what you see on the screen.
But it was his overture into the world of animated film that would set the tempo for his award-winning career to follow. His groundbreaking instrumental score for The Lion King won Hans an Academy Award and a Golden Globe in the Best Original Score category, as well as 2 Grammys. Many more Disney films would follow. From Pearl Harbor to Marvel's Iron Man, demonstrating Hans's vast range as an artist. Hans was also the guiding force behind the powerful music for 3 of Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean films. His daring themes enhance the story with swashbuckling swagger and spirited playfulness. Most recently, the reimagined version of The Lion King has brought new life to Hans's enduring artistry as his masterpiece was introduced to a new generation, sharing Hans's belief that music can reach places where words fail.
I suppose movies are dreams, so I think in a dream you can have music. You know, I certainly do. I score all my dreams.
As you all know, Hans Zimmer's music is iconic, and his talent is obviously undeniable. His impact is immeasurable. And it is impossible to imagine movies like The Lion King or Pirates of the Caribbean without his exquisite scores. They just wouldn't be the same. And we're proud to recognize his invaluable contributions with this Disney Legends Award. Now, unfortunately, Hans could not be with us today, but he sent a special message.
Thank you to Bob Iger and the entire Disney Legends community for this tremendous honor. I'm so very sorry that I can't be there to accept this award in person. It's a great privilege to be selected by people I admire and trust, and to be recognized alongside my extraordinary peers. Disney has been a home to me for the past 30 years. It's a place that has supported all of my outlandish and crazy ideas. I'm forever grateful for the opportunities I've had to help bring the magic of Disney stories to life. Thank you for thinking of me as a legend. It means the world to me.
Hi, it's Robin, and I have been waiting to say this. Good morning, America.
Not everyone gets to greet an entire nation every day, but with warmth and grace, Robin Roberts bids us good morning as she keeps us informed and entertained.
Making broadcast history on television first.
Robin's numerous awards include multiple Emmys, a Peabody, and the National Association of Broadcasters Distinguished Service Award. She's also been inducted into the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, as well as the Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame. A pioneering journalist and newscaster, Robin joined ESPN as a sportscaster in 1990 as the first female African-American sports journalist. And over the next 15 years, she made an indelible mark on the network and its viewers.
I'm the mediator. I'm Robin Roberts.
Whether reporting from around the world at the most notable sporting events,
It does not get any better than this.
or from the anchor desk,
I'm Robin Roberts in for Diane Sawyer.
she's shattered through glass ceilings with purpose and heart and exemplifies what it is to be a peerless role model.
I am the only black woman sportscaster on the network level, so I know the pressures of being a role model for young people.
While she was at ESPN, Robin regularly contributed to ABC News' Good Morning America.
And Dad, this is for you.
Her ability to connect the heart in a story to the audience made her a perfect fit. And in 2005, she permanently joined the team as co-anchor, bringing us closer to the people and events shaping our world.
See, the beautiful thing about Robin is that she treats everyone she meets with such deep respect and kindness.
Robin Roberts shares her best with us, even when she is the story.
It's now been able to say it out loud. I have breast cancer.
A breast cancer survivor, Robin was diagnosed with a rare bone marrow disease requiring intensive treatment. Her humble courage to share her progress on Good Morning America led to a huge increase in bone marrow donations.
You give me the courage to know that when fear knocks, to let faith answer the door.
Robin Roberts has endeared herself to colleagues and audiences alike through her talent and heart.
I pinch myself every day and just so grateful that I've had these opportunities.
That was powerful, deservedly so. Robin has always made a difference on the basketball court, at ESPN, as you saw, and in the hearts and minds of the millions of people who tune in Good Morning America every day. Even facing the biggest challenges of her life, battling a life-threatening disease twice, Robin found an opportunity to be of service. By sharing her journey with all of us and using her platform on GMA, she inspired the world with her courage and drove a national conversation that caused tens of thousands of people to join the bone marrow registry in the hope that others will be helped as she was. She is a champion in every sense of the word, and we are so proud, I am so proud, to have her on ABC and part of the Disney family, and I am thrilled to present her with the Disney Legends Award. Please welcome Robin Roberts.
Thank you so much. Bob has heard this story. My beloved parents met Bob in the late 1980s at a wedding. He was then a top executive at ABC, and my mother's, his then assistant was marrying a young man whose mother and my mother had been childhood friends. I, at the time, was a cub reporter in Nashville, Tennessee, with dreams of one day making it to the network level. As a mama does, she shared that with Bob and also received his business card. I'm sure my daddy was like, rolling his eyes at the thought of her doing that. And I had this connection from that point. And I remember my mama saying this about Bob Iger, said, "Honey, that is an exceptional young man. He's going places." And I know mother and father, heavenly balcony right now, swinging their legs, and mama's saying to daddy, "I told you so." And I cannot express to you what this means. And I thank you, Bob. I thank you for your leadership, your guidance, above all, your friendship. He was one of the first to call me when I was ill. knowing I was going to be out of work for 6 months, and assured me that I would have my job and not to worry. And that meant so much to me and to my family. And thank you for that, Bob. I always had this kind of connection with Disney. I mean, my longtime partner, Sweet Amber, she actually worked here at Disneyland. She was in the parade department, and she actually was, were you a snowman, honey? You were a snowman in the Christmas parade? She still knows. She was doing this morning. True story. And then it's really hard to talk about your first Disney experience after what Robert said. It's really difficult to do that. But I was a pigtail little girl coming from Mississippi. I was in the car with Mom and Dad. We were driving to Orlando to see my sister Dorothy, because she was an all-American singer for Disney in 1976. It was the bicentennial, and it was part of the celebration. And I remember we stayed at the Contemporary with the monorail, and all I remember is going, "Golly, Mama, what's that?" And the fireworks that night, and the fireworks the next night, and I realized that every night was a reason for celebration. And I celebrate with my sister Dorothy, who is here, and my sister Sally Ann, who saved my life, by the way, who is here as my bone marrow donor. My beloved big brother Butch, their spouses are here, some of their children are here, some of their grandchildren are here, and in the case of my brother and his great-grandchildren, I know, right? Black don't crack. Wonderful to experience, to the young ones that we have in our family with us, to experience their first time here at Disney and to see the magic. And lastly, I just want to say it is truly a privilege, it is truly a blessing to be a part of a company. All we want to do is touch people's hearts. That's it. That's all we want to do. And we see that at the Expo. The wonderful people who have come out here to support us means absolutely everything. And to the fellow honorees, fellow legends, it's so hard to say that. My sweet Diane, you beat me to it. You are, we called ourselves Thelma and Louise back in the day because we felt like we were that cliff going over, over the cliff sometimes in live morning television. But let me tell you, with Diane Sawyer, to this day, every day is a master class in watching her. So I'm grateful to her, I'm grateful to all the honorees, and continued blessings to all. Thank you so much.
Disney's most iconic live shows and spectaculars have been made even more magical through the creative wonder of choreographer, director, and songwriter Barnett Ritchie. With a career spanning more than 4 decades at the Walt Disney Company, Barnett's tireless creativity has dazzled guests at Disney parks, on televised events, movie premieres, and even on ice. When Barnett Ritchie joined the Walt Disney Company in the late 1960s, it didn't take long for her artistic voice to be heard. Early on, she was selected to choreograph, direct, and perform with a troupe of spirited young singers and dancers known as the Kids of the Kingdom. She would go on to choreograph many of the most iconic Disneyland parades, such as the Very Merry Christmas, Rolling River Review, America, and the beloved Main Street Electrical Parade. As the Walt Disney Company expanded, she played a lead role in the celebration, producing grand openings for Walt Disney World, Epcot Center World Showcase, and Tokyo Disneyland. Barnett's skills as a director and choreographer kept her in high demand to tackle the most public-facing events for Disney, from national celebrations to movie premieres and spectaculars. Perhaps Barnett's most enduring legacy goes back to where it all all started, Disneyland Resort and the majestic rivers of America. There, she realized her years-long vision to integrate the then experimental use of mist screens for video and light projection, as well as lasers and water features in combination with live performers. Only one word can describe the result: fantastic. Since the nighttime show debuted in 1992, audiences have enjoyed it so much that it continues to play at Disney parks around the world. Barnett Ritchie's uncompromising artistry and boundless creativity have delighted and amazed guests, sparking a sense of wonder and excitement with unforgettable shows, parades, and spectaculars that have forever elevated the Disney Parks experience for guests of all ages around the world.
Barnett and I go back a long time. I can honestly say no one does spectacular spectacle like she does. She was a vital part of our parks team and entertained and delighted millions and millions of people over the years. And I'm very, very happy to be part of this celebration of her impressive career. She is officially recognized as a Disney legend. So please welcome Barnett Ritchie.
So much, Bob. When I received your letter telling me that I was going to be a Disney legend, well, I'm sorry. I just am an emotional person. This means the world to me. This is the most amazing thing that's ever happened in my life, I think. Because I feel like, well, first of all, you know, being able to create shows for a living and bring happiness and joy to people, gosh, that is like the dream job of all dream jobs. And I was able to do that for so many years at Disneyland, and then moving on into the studio where we did big movie premieres and other spectacular shows. But I have to say that I am so very proud and so very, very honored to be a Disney legend. It's like, wow, you know, really super great. My career started because a gentleman by the name of Bob Downey, who is a Disney legend himself, and some of you remember his name. That's so great. He is the man responsible for creating the electrical parade, the vision behind it. He's the one who said, we're going to turn off all the lights and we're going to have floats come down the streets, and it's going to be all these little teeny tiny lights. And we all went, okay. So he put the show in my hands to direct, and I remember the night before it opened, we were in a warehouse, and he was up on a ladder, one of the floats, and he was straightening little light bulbs, one by one by one. And I never forgot that, because every little detail matters. And I learned that from him. He was definitely my mentor. He was the one who hired me as staff choreographer all those years ago. And I went on to do what I do. But I have to say that it's so many wonderful people that I have been able to collaborate with, and people behind the scenes, the music people, the lighting, the set design, the costumes, the everything, putting a production together is so much fun. We had a great time, didn't we? Those of you that are here honoring me, some of my friends, and then putting it on the stage with the performers, absolutely thrilling. The audience response is the most rewarding thing I could ever imagine. for all those shows, seeing the looks of the faces of the children, and to see from little children to older people enjoying the work that I have had a part in bringing to life. Magical, just absolutely sensational, and I'm just thrilled beyond belief to be here and to be accepting this award is just fantastic. Thank you.
One of the standout musical performers of her generation, Christina Aguilera's powerful voice and wide vocal range have wowed audiences around the globe for more than 2 decades. She's been honored with 6 Grammy Awards, the Billboard Music Award, MTV Europe Award, a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and more. Christina's star power was evident from her debut as a Mouseketeer on the all-new Mickey Mouse Club on the Disney Channel in the early 1990s. But it was her rendition of Reflection for the soundtrack of the groundbreaking film Mulan that brought Christina's amazing talent to a worldwide audience. Her captivating performance was met with critical acclaim and led to her first recording contract and debut album, Christina Aguilera, which earned her the 2000 Grammy Award for Best New Artist. Through the years, she's continued to be a fixture in Disney projects, performing live for televised events such as the happiest homecoming on Earth for Disneyland's 50th anniversary celebration, the Walt Disney World Summer Jam Concert, and the Disney Parks Christmas Day Parade telecast. She's also stepped out of the spotlight to support aspiring young artists on the Disney Channel's original documentary series, 2-Hour Tour.
Never giving up is the key advice I give.
Christina's high-energy performances have kept the party going, and her dynamic appearance on ABC's Rockin' New Year's Eve from Times Square hit a high note. Beyond her professional career, Christina has also had a tremendous impact on the world through her widespread philanthropic work, supporting a variety of important causes that include AIDS awareness, domestic violence, and the environment. Christina Aguilera continues to dazzle audiences everywhere with her phenomenal talent and her enormous heart, leaving an enduring impression on all who experience her warmth, compassion, and exceptional artistry.
After her stunning performance earlier in this presentation, I'm pretty sure Christina doesn't really need another introduction. We all know she's an extraordinarily gifted singer, songwriter, and actress, a former Mouseketeer, the ultimate Disney fan, and now a Disney legend. So please welcome Christina Aguilera.
Way cooler than a Grammy, I just have to say. So, thank you, Bob Iger. This is tremendous. You don't understand. Like, I'm maybe the ultimate Disney fan. I don't know, but well, I know there's high competition in this room. But oh my God! So I have a speech, but I'm gonna throw it out because my God, thank you. Thank you so much. I didn't hear that, but thank you so much for this amazing honor. I love you too.
Love you!
I love this. This is so special. I'm like shaking. I'm so proud to be included in this group of such amazing people. Oh my God, and Barnett. I was sitting next to this amazing woman the whole time and I had no idea. The electrical parade, are you kidding me? Oh my God. Sorry, I'm a little I'm a little goofy, and I'm very emotional too, so I was holding back. I've been holding back tears all day. But wow, like I just became a huge fan, and I had no idea. I'm so starstruck. I was sitting next to her. That's so cool. I'm such a fan of your work. So yes, way cooler than a Grammy. This is kind of my life's work right here. Disney has been a part of my life story. I mean, well, I just came back actually, speaking of, she worked on the Tokyo Disney Light Parade too, and that is magical. I have to say, like, I have friends that are like, what? It's like, I lived in Tokyo when I was a little girl, and so it's very nostalgic for me, and a tradition to bring my kids back there around the ages of 3 to 6, so I took them both when they're 4, and Tokyo Disneyland is one of the places that we have to hit when we go there, and to experience that with my kids is very important for me because that was my first Disneyland experience, was in Tokyo. And some people are like, why would you go all the way to, you know, Japan and go to Disneyland? I was like, because they're all different, okay? You have to hit each and every one of them. They're amazing, and they're all like, they have their little like special signatures, I have to say, nice job. So, but Disney is actually what inspired me to sing. When I first saw The Sound of Music and Julie Andrews in those hills and singing so freely and so beautifully, it was my escape as a child who grew up in a kind of a chaotic household. It was music, and it was Disney, and it was the soundtrack of Disney that completely swept up my heart and gave me, before I even knew that I wanted to do it as a career, just that hope and that connection to magic, and that connection to just what imagination can do. Alice in Wonderland too, to snuggle with my kids on the couch and you know, just be under blankets and be captivated by these amazing worlds that Disney creates is so incredible. So yes, the world of Disney has made me feel like anything was possible at that young of an age. So if I could imagine it, I could do it. Being blessed with a spot also in the Mickey Mouse Club with fellow Mouseketeers who we're very familiar with, who are amazing, and was such a special time for me. That was when Mickey and the Mickey Mouse Club and Disney became my home. When I was in school, it was hard for me sometimes to relate to other kids, and I came from a very sports-dominated school, so music was my thing, and creativity, and you know, my passion for, you know, the stage and everything. And that was a place on the show where I could be myself and feel comfortable in my own skin for the first time around other kids that enjoyed doing the same thing I did. So overall, it all started with the support of Disney. And then, of course, didn't stop there. My audition for the song Reflection also coincided with the landing of my record deal, all in the same week. So 2020, we're coming up on the anniversary of Mulan, which is incredible, and we're coming up on, well, tomorrow is the anniversary of my debut album, so both things have such special meaning to me, truly. So Reflection also, it has a message that I've always incorporated. It's interesting, it started my career, and it continued to stay with me to this day. It's an important message that I promote, to live your truth. It's all in the lyrics. To live your truth, to show who you are inside, to be brave, to be a fighter. And now, these are messages that I can pass on to my own son and daughter who are fans of the movie. And because it's not, that the messages still hold true and they're timeless. It's not your gender or anything outside yourself that defines you. What defines you is who you are inside. And while I know my Disney story is definitely unique and special, I also know that millions of people around the world have their own Disney story to tell. Each one just as special and just as memorable as mine. So I am so grateful for all the ways that Disney has, the Disney spirit has blessed my life, and I truly wish all of you the same blessings, and thank you. Have a magical day.
Whether on camera or behind the voice of an animated hero, her power shines through. She's won an Annie Award, multiple Online Film and Television Association Awards, a Kids' Choice Award, and has been nominated for both a People's Choice and a Screen Actors Guild Award. She endeared herself to audiences everywhere through her big screen debut in Disney's critically acclaimed adaptation of Amy Tan's popular novel, The Joy Luck Club. Ming-Na gave a heartfelt performance as the lead character, Jun Woo, who learns to embrace the differences between generations and cultures and discovers her own strength and individual identity.
No talking in Chinese. How do I know you're not cheating?
Fa Mulan.
Present!
Ming-Na provided the heart and soul of a warrior as the eponymous hero in Disney's Mulan. In this groundbreaking film, she helped to breathe life into a renowned piece of Chinese folklore in a way that is both inspiring and relatable to audiences worldwide.
I got your back!
She's given voice to this heroic role for numerous projects, including a film sequel, video games and television shows, and most recently, Walt Disney Animation Studios' hit film, Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Sometimes your song can't start until you go someplace to reflect. What?
Ming-Na currently saves the world on camera as Agent WINDERMERE, aka the Cavalry, on the ABC series Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
We get our butts kicked.
Ming-Na's award-winning character voices are also regularly heard in a number of Disney television projects, including Phineas and Ferb, Disney XD's Guardians of the Galaxy, and Milo Murphy's Law, and the digital shorts and film Marvel Rising: Secret Warriors.
Like a true warrior.
You done this before?
Not exactly.
Ming-Na Wen has brought us some of the most powerful heroes in film and television. But it's her heartfelt ability to connect the ordinary person to extraordinary circumstances that leaves audiences on the edge of their seat.
Hang on!
It's always about the audience. There's no words to describe it. It just feels so good.
Obvious from that video, Ming-Na Wen has broken the mold and made her mark as a Disney princess, a Marvel star, and when The Mandalorian debuts this fall, she'll officially become part of the Star Wars universe as well. That is quite a trifecta, from a princess to an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. to a galaxy far, far away. So please welcome Disney legend Ming-Na Wen.
I'm such a geek girl, and please just keep acquiring all these different franchises and because I just keep getting employed by them. I have hit every bucket list thanks to Disney, and it's impossible that I'm here right now amongst all the amazing legends of this year and past years. I used to pray to God, Buddha, and the Force when I was a little girl. So it's astounding to me. Disney has offered me so much more. And Bob, when my managers read your letter to me, because I don't read my emails, I cried. So you made me cry. Thank you. It's beyond belief. When I did Joy Luck Club, I met my husband. Thank you. So Disney also provided me not just a career family, but a real family. And we've been married 26, honey? We've been together a long time. And we have two beautiful children, Michaela and Cooper. I'm so excited that you're here to see mommy be really cool, I hope now. My first trip to Disney World was with my girlfriend Vivian. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm saying all this. It's just the impact of Disney in my professional and my personal life is a gift already, and this legend thing is insane. But most of all, when people ask me how I get my inspiration for all these strong female role models, it's my mom. And she's here. Thank you. Single mom, held down 3 jobs to raise her kids. Met my stepfather, and he was able to bring us to America. And she is a woman warrior. And if Disney doesn't personify all our dreams and all our hopes and our heart and our love for fantasy and believing in the hero in all of us, then there's no magic anywhere anymore in this world. So thank you to Disney for providing and continuing to give us stories and imagination and love, and thank you, Mom, for giving me the courage to be here to live this American dream. And I love you. And I love you all. Thank you to all the fans. Thank you for this honor.
I've been waiting.
James Earl Jones. He's received an honorary Academy Award, a Grammy, and multiple Emmy and Tony Awards, all in recognition of his more than 200 film and television roles, as well as countless more on the Broadway stage. And throughout, he has enjoyed a special connection to Disney, whether on camera or narrating messages of profound importance.
Of all the planets in our universe, we know of only one that can support life.
It's hard to imagine a more commanding and recognizable voice. Who would have guessed that a young man who struggled with a stutter would bring us the steady warmth and fatherly wisdom as the regal Mufasa in The Lion King?
I think doing voice for animation is probably acting in its purest and most ancient form. It's a bit like the Greek form of acting in ancient Greek, where they had masks on. In our case, the mask is the animator's drawings, you know.
A beloved role that continues to this day.
Everything the light touches is our kingdom. But a king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun.
Despite decades of compelling roles, it was a single-day recording session in March of 1977 where James Earl Jones breathed menacing life into one of the most iconic movie villains of all time.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Delivering a powerful performance that is forceful in every meaning of the word.
Commander, tear the ship apart until you found those plans and bring me the passengers. I want them alive.
Star Wars and its sequels smashed box office records, forever connecting Jones with a role he has played for over 40 years.
The Force is strong in this one.
From Pride Rock to a speeding starship, James Earl Jones has created some of cinema's most memorable characters in a career of galactic proportion.
Oh, that voice. From the menace of Darth Vader to the kind wisdom of Mufasa, James Earl Jones is the voice behind some of the most iconic characters and most memorable lines in history. We can think of no one more worthy of being recognized as a Disney legend. Unfortunately, James couldn't join us in Anaheim today, but he asked us to share this message with all of you.
Hello, Disney fans. I'm sorry I can't be with you here today. but I'm sure you're having a fantastic time. I've had the great honor to work with Disney several times over the years, and it is a great honor to be included in the Disney Legends Hall of Fame. Thank you, and may the Force be with you.
Disney resort, an enchanting stay at a Disney hotel, or set sail on a Disney cruise, you have experienced the inspired influence of the extraordinary visionary and master planner, Wing T. Chow. During his remarkable 37-year career, Wing played a vital role in the design and development of a wide range of exceptional and inspirational projects. His Disney career began right out of college, and Wing would eventually lead development for Walt Disney Parks and Resorts in the Asia-Pacific region and take charge of master planning, architecture, and design for Walt Disney Imagineering. His influence is seen in the parks and resorts, as well as retail shops, entertainment centers, and vacation clubs, in addition to sports complexes, office buildings, planned communities, and the Disney Cruise Line. Wing helped to create innovative spaces where guests would enjoy the theme parks during the day and remain immersed in the Disney magic at themed hotels at night.
Every scene, every design must follow the overall story, and the magic will continue from the theme park to the hotel.
He participated in the negotiations and development of Disneyland Paris. He guided world-renowned architects in the design of hotels, Disney Village, and Disney's award-winning new community of Val d'Europe. Wing oversaw the transformation of an undeveloped bay into the lushly landscaped Hong Kong Disney Resort with a park and 2 hotels. He also played a key role in the negotiations and master planning of Shanghai Disney. Wing's creativity and innovative vision is exemplified in the Disney Cruise Line. The 4 Disney ships, designed from the keel up with top naval architects, have altered cruise industry design forever, resulting in a new level of guest enjoyment and cruising experience.
We try to capture the romance and the elegance of the old liners. On the other hand, we overlay the ship with the modern technology.
Wing T. Chow's contributions have changed the shape of the Disney experience and continue to delight guests worldwide.
I spent a lot of time with Wing Chow during my early days at Disney, including walking our parks all over the world. And he taught me so much about architecture and design, especially the power of the details. And I am eternally grateful for his knowledge, insight, and generous spirit. Wing embodies the magic of Disney, and his tremendous passion is just on stage and evident whenever you talk with him, whenever you meet him. It's also expressed through his work around the world, which will continue to entertain and inspire for generations to come. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Disney legend Wing T. Chow.
Good morning. Thank you, Bob, and thank you very much for your kind and gracious remarks. My name is Jackie Chan. I was in Beverly Hills recently and had an extreme makeover, and I got botched. Now I look like Wing T. Chow. Back to the regular program. I would like to thank the Disney Legends Committee members, and also special thanks to Bob Weiss, the president of Walt Disney Imagineering,
and Bob Chepak, the chairman of the division. Thank you. I am profoundly honored and truly humbled to receive this special award. And I was very fortunate to have the opportunity to work for the greatest entertainment company, and thank you, Bob, and in the world, the best. A company that truly believes in teamwork and producing the high quality products. Well, I certainly had the pleasure and the privilege of working with some of the most amazing and creative people at Disney. And today I would like to express my appreciation and thanks to all the incredible Disney leaders, Bob, and the past leaders, and the talented Disney Imagineers, and the remarkable colleagues from various other segments of the company. And I see many of them here today, and I would like to say thank you for the collaborations, and thank you for the memories. There's an old Chinese saying, gratitude for your parents should be as high as the mountains and as deep as the ocean. And I'm truly grateful for my parents' caring and teachings, which have shaped me. I would like to thank my father, who was a renowned architect in Asia. In fact, his friends called him Frank, the Frank Lloyd Wright of Asia. He was and still is my inspiration for being an architect. I would also like to thank my mother, who was an educator and a designer. My mother always wanted me to be a movie star. Well, I thought by joining Disney, I would have a better chance of getting into the movie business. And for years, I've been hoping that Disney would make a Kung Fu architect movie. Well, nothing has happened yet. Bob, I'm wearing a black belt today. Maybe an audition later? Because I'm ready for my second career and the Oscar. So Bob, thank you very much again. And I would like to wish you and all the Disney colleagues and the company and other Disney fans continued success and prosperity in the years ahead. And as Obi-Wan Kenobi would say, may the force be with you. And I say, always. Thank you very much.
Multi-award-winning producer, director, and choreographer Kenny Ortega. Whether in film, on television, or on stage, he shares in the joy and celebration of performance. 3 Primetime Emmys, 2 Directors Guild of America Awards, 2 Alma Awards for Outstanding Director, and a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame are just a few of the honors recognizing his extraordinary contribution to the arts.
I've always wanted to work in film and music-driven projects, and here I am.
Kenny began his creative career designing for the small screen, choreographing music videos for stars like Olivia Newton-John and Madonna. The projects and the screens got bigger, and soon Kenny was choreographing for some of the 1980s biggest films, including St. Elmo's Fire and Dirty Dancing. In 1988, he began his long relationship with the Walt Disney Company when he was tapped to choreograph 2 television specials, Disney's Totally Minnie and Mickey's 60th Birthday. But it was his feature film debut as a director that really set things in motion for Kenny Ortega. His breakout moment being Disney's 1992 hit musical, Newsies. He cast another spell on audiences in 1993 with the perennial Halloween time favorite, Hocus Pocus. In 2006, 2006, he directed the hit TV movie High School Musical. Kenny took a sweet high school story and turned it into a full-blown smash hit pop musical. 2 more sequels would follow, with Kenny choreographing and directing every step of the way. His success in the genre of film musicals continues with the Cheetah Girls 2, and most recently with the popular Disney Channel original movies Descendants 1, 2, and 3, with Kenny executive producing, directing, and choreographing another sensational ensemble cast. Kenny Ortega exudes a boundless delight in entertaining, bringing joy, celebration, and a bit of magic to audiences of all ages worldwide.
It's a wrap. Thank you.
It is just impossible to watch Kenny Ortega's work without smiling. There's a joy to it that resonates with a kid in all of us, and only Kenny could make the High School Musical cool, giving young people around the world permission to express themselves through song and dance. We're proud to recognize his many, many contributions to our company's legacy with the Disney Legends Awards. Please welcome Kenny Ortega.
Hello. This is truly a full circle moment for me. Bob, when I received your letter, and I received it at my home, my assistant Heather said, I think you want to read this. And when I read it, tears were streaming down my face. And then I had to read it a second time just in case I was crying for nothing and that it wasn't really what I thought it was. It was truly one of the most magical and exciting moments to hear from you and to welcome me into this incredible family and institution. My mother and father inspired me with their love of music and dance when I was a little boy. And Mickey Mouse Club, the Mickey Mouse Club, between my mom and dad and the Mickey Mouse Club, that's what set me on my path, my life path, in pursuit of my dreams. I love the Mickey Mouse Club so much. I wanted to be in that club so much that when I was 5 years old, I went into the kitchen and I took a butter knife and I dismantled the back of our television set so that I could climb inside the television to be in the club. My mom saved me from electrocution. And then I realized that it was I had to use my imagination. And my imagination would get me into that club. And I would stand in front of the TV and I would watch the roll call at the beginning of the Mickey Mouse Club. Cubby was the first name. And then I would wait there, sort of shivering in anticipation. Annette, Bobby, Roy, Jimmy, and I would scream, Kenny! And today is just extraordinary. I mean, I'm officially in the club, Bob. I can't thank you enough. I want to thank all my friends and family at the Walt Disney Company that have helped me along this journey. When I came to Los Angeles, I was told musicals were dead. They were no more. They were a thing of the past. And the Walt Disney Company has allowed me, to work in a place of my dreams. When I was a boy, I imagined, a dream. And now, I'm living that dream. I'm dancing in that dream. And I want to thank some very important people who have helped make that possible at the Disney Channel, the CEO and President, Gary Marsh, Head of Music, Steve Vincent, our beautiful casting lady, Judy Taylor, and the incredible Patty McTeague. All of you who have supported me over the last 15 years doing, High School Musical and Cheetah Girls and The Descendants. Yeah. And my family. My mother, Madeline, who's 93 years old. She's sitting next to me tonight. I'm taking my mom to Disneyland for the first time in her life tomorrow. And we get to eat at Club 33. We have a golden ticket, Mama.
my brother Mark, my incredible and talented sister Deborah, my family who's all here with me, my nieces and nephews. You are my raison d'etre, my reason for being. You keep me going. Thank you for being on this journey with me. I am so honored and so privileged to have been with this family for almost 30 years. Bob, thank you from the deepest part of my heart. Thank you all.
Bette Midler. For decades, she's enchanted us on stage, on the silver screen, and in song, delivering performances that are sometimes bold, often outrageous, and always divine.
Well, this whole acting thing's been going pretty good, right?
With 3 Emmy Awards, 4 Golden Globes, 3 Grammys, 2 Tony Awards, and more than 30 million records sold worldwide, Bette Midler is the embodiment of a true star.
I give people a good time, and I think people really like to have a good time.
Bette had a flair for the dramatic at a young age, starring in the first theater production at her high school, before the lights of Broadway called and she left home to begin her career. She worked non-stop to explore and refine her craft. As Bette's performing career continued to grow, her versatility came clearly into focus on the big screen with a string of hit comedies for Disney. Bette's star ascended even higher with the 1988 release of Beaches, a story of friendship and growth that she produced, starred in, and sang her platinum-selling and Grammy-winning rendition of Wind Beneath My Wings.
You are the wind beneath my wings.
But perhaps her most memorable role would be that of witchy Winifred Sanderson in the 1993 instant classic, Hocus Pocus. This star turn showcased her vocal prowess and comic ability perfectly, capturing what she considers her favorite film performance.
Now the witch is back! The planet is so full of magic, and you must find it.
Bette Midler. For 50 years, she has continued to bewitch and entertain audiences throughout a career filled with Hollywood premieres and Broadway standing ovations, all of them touched in no small part with her own divine magic.
Bette and I actually were neighbors. We lived in the same building in New York. And I would see her on the elevator when she was going out to walk her dog. And I was always praying she would break out in song. Now, if she never did. If you have ever heard Bette sing in concert, in the movies, or on an elevator, you know what it means to be truly awed. She is an icon, an extraordinary talent, and a force of nature. And there is literally nothing she can't do except unfortunately control the weather. Bette actually spent hours at an airport yesterday, stuck in a storm, hoping the weather would eventually cooperate because she was determined to be here. But unfortunately, the storm raged on and she ultimately had to admit defeat, which if you know Bette, is something she hates to do. In typical Bette fashion, she made sure the show would go on by asking her daughter to accept the Disney Legends Award on her behalf. So please welcome Bette Midler's daughter, Sophie von Hasselberg. Sophie.
So sorry that she couldn't be here, and so am I, because I did not know that I was going to be doing this until 11 p.m. last night, so please bear with me, but she sent a very lovely speech, which I will be reading for her. Here we go. I spent 10 of the happiest years of my life on Dopey Drive, both as an actor and as a producer. The pictures I was privileged to make brought so much joy into the world. We made people laugh and we made people cry, sometimes at the same time. There is nothing more satisfying, and there's nothing more necessary, especially these days. But I didn't do it alone. I would have if I could have, of course, and occasionally I did try, and I have the photos of the corpses to prove it. But none of the pictures I made were silent, and none of them were monologues. The artists I met and worked with were brilliant, taking me by the hand, often kicking and screaming, and gently helping me breathe life into the characters we were creating and the stories we were telling. Without them, the writers, directors, camera crews, lighting and sound crews, art directors, costumers, choreographers, makeup and hair departments, not to mention the other actors, nothing whatever would have happened. They were so inspiring. Artists, one and all, many of them unforgettable. I remain in their debt. They gave me and my family a great gift, the gift of wonderful lives and our own table at Musso and Frank's. In all my performing life, and that's 50 years now, I have never called myself an artist. I never thought of what I do as art. I thought it was just entertaining. But in joining this class of artists today, after all these years, I feel that I have finally earned the right to call myself an artist. So thank you for this, and thank you for that. I'm very grateful.
Well, we now know who is going to play Bette Midler in the Bette Midler movie, right? The apple does not fall far from the tree. Okay, thank you all for being part of our Legends ceremony. I know our new Legends are thrilled to have so many of their fans here. I can't tell you just how much energy you all have generated. But this is only the beginning. We have so much more to share with you over the next 3 days, and I hope you all have a great time at the D23 Expo. And from the bottom of my heart, thanks for being such incredible fans of the Walt Disney Company. Cheers.
So that was the Disney Legends ceremony. That was pretty epic, guys. Incredible. Now don't go anywhere, because in just a few minutes, I'm going to show you what Disney generally doesn't show you on their live streams, which is we're going to go onto the show floor. So hang tight, everybody. If our connection holds up, I will bring you guys onto the show floor. If hopefully there's not an outrageous line. Thank you guys. If you can't hear me right now, in just a few minutes you'll be able to hear me when we get out of the door. People going to the show floor, but for some reason...
Thank you for joining us this session. Please exit to the rear of the hall and have a magical day.
They are filming for something. Okay, so they're on the other side filming us, yeah. Hold on! Okay, now. All right, everybody, and on to D23 we go. Here is the showroom floor. Welcome to D23, everybody. Look at the red carpet. Like up to it. D23.
And what you are about to see is place on
like music or something. bit, but wow. Hey, well, first time joining, welcome. We are here at D23